G'day and welcome to this Learn to Code challenge. It's the challenge that we'll be working on during our week 3 lessons, and it's the rock, paper, scissors game. For today's challenge, it is quite a tough one because we're using lots of values and we assign lots of these different emojis to those values, and we play a bit of a game against our iPad. So the way the game works, we choose either rock, and then the iPad chooses either rock, paper, or scissors. And it says here, you chose rock, iPad chose scissors, and the winner will be you. Because in rock, paper, scissors, rock beats scissors. If I choose paper, the iPad will think about it. The iPad chose paper. If I choose paper, the iPad chose paper. And if I choose paper, the iPad chose rock. So I'm the winner. And you saw when we both chose paper, if we both choose scissors, it's a draw. So the way this game works is quite complicated. So to begin with, it might just be a good idea to put out all the emojis that you want to be using. So especially for your choices, so the player's choices. So bringing out this hand, the 3 hands, so the rock, the paper, and the scissors. But I'm going to show you a little bit of what the code is. So in here, when the rock is tapped, I've set my value of choice to 1. Okay. And then for an example, I've used in that question mark of what my choice is. It looks quite complicated, but as we go through this week's lesson, it will make a little bit more sense. When the iPad is tapped, it repeats forever and it checks once if my choice equals 1. And if it does, it will display that hand. So when I press this, as in our game, if I choose the rock, my choice over here goes to rock. Okay. Now, the other thing that's going on that we'll just start talking about and get you starting to think about is this question mark. This is the iPad's choice. And what I've done here is made the iPad, make it look like it's thinking by doing an You don't have to do that. And I've made it wait 1,000 milliseconds. I'm actually going to change that because when we were playing it, I felt like that was a little bit long, so I'm going to put it in half and go 500. Then I set the values of iPad choice, so this is the iPad's choice, to a random number, but that random number is only between 1 to 3. So it's either going to be 1, 2, or 3. Now in here, and this is a bit of a complicated block again, but we'll go through it nice and slowly. Check once if the iPad choice equals 1, and if it does equal 1, then you set the text to rock, so it will show rock. So and then it does that the same for paper and the same for scissors. That's all that I'm going to talk through. It's not much of a walkthrough today. I don't show you the steps because they're quite complicated, and we'll wait till we get into class to do those. But if you could make a start, if you could choose your emojis, it doesn't have to be rock, paper, and scissors. It could be earth, wind, and fire, or some other theme that you might think of. And maybe if you can think about how you will show when the player has chosen their emoji, like what I've done here. When my player chooses rock, it shows rock. When my player chooses paper, it shows paper. And when my player chooses scissors, it shows scissors. So that's just some food for thought. Have a start on it. Even if you just get the emojis out, that will be a great start for halfway through this week's lesson. Looking forward to seeing you for week 3 of Learn to Code. I've been Jack Lukey, and I'll speak to you soon.